we were growing exponentially, arena after arena, just bigger and bigger shows. So it became this juggernaut touring the world, while inside the band there was this tornado of insanity, So while the band was growing from the inside, it was also falling apart. And it came to a head after, it was highly publicized, so I can talk about it. It's not something that we can hide from the world. But I mean, 2 years ago, that was when we hit the wall. And and all these guys went to rehab and got sober, and then ever since they're very focused, and it was absolutely crazy. We could, we hid it from the world, most of it. And when your peers, especially peers like the guys from Motley Crue, like Nicky Sixx and people like that, who being in the middle of that, comes over to your dressing room and goes like, guys, I did some crazy stuff in my life, but you guys really need to step on the brakes,
Because I've seen you talk about that before. That's a genuine moment that happens.
Yeah, that actually happened.
Nicky Sixx
Nicky
giving you an
Sixx,
intervention.
We were on tour with 6 a.m. with his band, and he's like just shaking his head like, oh my God, guys, this is insane. You guys have everything in the world. Your band is blowing up. This is the position everybody wants to be. What the hell are you guys doing? One way or another. Some of them went to rehab, some of them kick it on their own, but it's a pretty common thing, because as I said, it's easy. It's almost like a thing. It's a lifestyle. Like, oh, you're a rock star, you have to throw out a TV from the hotel room. Like almost it's let me see, the hotel room, okay, TV, bam. It's almost like there's a script. It's everybody kind of falls into the same stuff. It just happens. Anger is a useful emotion as long as you control it. Sometimes, look, if you wanna change a job, if you want to progress in life, sometimes you gotta get angry, because you're dissatisfied with something, and and anger start boiling, and you say, you know what, I quit, and I'm gonna do something that I love, or I just don't want to do this, right? So you need that anger, but it has to be channeled. So anger channeled is energy. And there is, if you look around in the world, especially today, man, there's plenty of things to be angry about, and there's some crazy stuff is going on. So so you can, in an environment, and you can use that energy, and that's kind of what happened with him.
I just want to ask you briefly about some of the other things that you have in your fan base and causes you very care about. Are the military, are law enforcement, and you've done a lot to kind of use your profile to support those people too. Yes. I mean, how's that changed over the years? That's still something that's very close.
It's an absolutely integral part of the band, because it's an integral part of who we are. I was born in a military base, and and everybody in my upbringing I knew was a military officer or a police officer, or and so I was exposed to that from the get-go. But if I wasn't, and I have to insert that I was in a political system I did not agree with, right? I was always saying like, man, we're going to grow up and burn this thing to the ground, right? So, yeah.
Like communism.
Yeah, communism, right, absolutely. Like, so we were that first wave of rebellion, like, no, we're going to take down the wall. This is not going to stand when we grew up, right? And that's what happened. But with that said, I still understood that these guys who sign up, well, those were drafted, but, but still, police officers and first responders and all these guys sign up for a job that you don't necessarily want to do. I don't really want to do. You know what I mean? And especially when I went to America, it was even more pronounced, because of how that society operates, right? It was even more pronounced how these guys really, put on a uniform in the morning and then go to work and say goodbye to their families, because that's not for sure that they're going to come home, And we're using this platform when we can. I mean, tastefully. I mean, I'm not waving the flag 24/7, but when we can make a statement with this, or just simply help, we raise money for for various situations. We raised a lot of money for veterans suffering with PTSD. We raised a lot of money for fallen police officers and their families. You know what I mean? That they are they were killed in crazy traffic stops or whatever, just crazy situations, and their families get the benefit from the work that we do. Then I can say, okay, check, I did something that mattered.